weekly review of trending stories. If you're a new subscriber or you're watching for the first time, this is EKO HOT BLOG Weekly review of trending stories, where we bring to you the juiciest and trending stories of the week.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of EKO HOT BLOG's weekly review of trending stories. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome on board. This is where we bring to you interesting, trending, and fascinating stories that happened within the course of the week that you may have missed. I am Daniel Samsonido, and I will be taking you through the highlighted stories for this week's episode. First, let's take a look at the headlines. Senate approves Tinubu's 1.77 trillion loan to help fund 2024 budget deficit. Tinubu caused PDP crisis, should sack Wike as minister, Sowunmi says. Your regime left democracy with mortal wounds, presidency slams obasanjo. Lagos Deputy Governor assures families of compensation after Ayetoro accident, calls for prayers. World Tolerance Day, Sanwo-Olu sues for peace and unity. Ekpe Division Councils extend support to Ayetoro Market accident victims. Ekpe local government plans new rules for safety in Ayetoro Market. NYCN Ekpe urges community to stop electricity vandalism. 1,000 days of war, Zelensky calls for stronger push against Putin. Indian billionaire Gautam Adani charged with fraud in 250 million bribery scheme. Texas offers 1,400 acres to Trump for border detention facilities amid mass deportation plans. Ronaldo lacks Messi natural talent, Rodri fuels GOAT debate. 2024 CAF Award, Adibade Nnadozie nominated for Women's Player of the Year. Davido gets Escalade 600 as birthday gift from auto dealer. It's odds. Don Jazzy shares frustration of not having a partner. Nwoko confirms Regina Daniel's claim of having over 20 boyfriends before marrying him. Now the news in full. Senate approves Tinubu's 1.77 trillion loan to help fund 2024 budget deficit. The Senate has approved President Bola Tinubu's 1.77 trillion naira loan request following a voice vote in favor of the proposal. The approval came after the Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debt, led by Senator Nwoko, representing Sokoto North Federal Constituency. The details of the approval was filed and duly signed by the Senate President, President Godswill Akpabio. The loan request submitted by the President on Tuesday is part of a broader external borrowing plan aimed at partially addressing the 9.7 trillion budget deficit for the 2024 fiscal year. Tinubu caused PDP crisis, should sack Wike as minister, Sowunmi says. A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and former spokesman of Atiku Abubakar, Sowunmi, has identified President Bola Tinubu as the major cause of the party's problem. Sowunmi said Tinubu has no business appointing Nyesom Wike Minister of Federal Capital Territory (FCT) without consulting with the elders of PDP. Featuring on Channels TV's Politics Today, the former spokesman of Atiku said sanity would return to PDP if Tinubu were to sack Wike and cause him to return to the party. According to Sowunmi, President Tinubu is the problem of PDP. He has no business taking Wike from our party and appointing him as minister without talking to us. When Obasanjo wanted to form a government of national unity, he wrote to the elders of the party, but what did Tinubu do? He took one of us and put him in a strategic position, and suddenly the whole thing is complicated. If he wants everything to be okay, sack Wike and return him back to PDP and see if the party will not have stamina and move fast. My position is very clear. I am not speaking Greek. I explained it and justified it, he concluded. Still on national news, your regime left democracy with mortal wounds, presidency slams Obasanjo. The special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on public communication and orientation, Sunday Dare, has sharply criticized former President Olusegun Obasanjo, claiming Nigeria's democracy suffered significant setback under his leadership. EKO HOT BLOG reports that in a statement shared on his X account on Monday, Dare alleged that Obasanjo's administration left deep scars on the nation's democratic fabric, compounded by his unsuccessful bid for a third term in office. He accused Obasanjo of lacking the moral authority to critique the current government and called for him to apologize to Nigerians for failing to establish a solid foundation for the country's progress. Democracy suffered mortal wounds under his watch, worsened by his destructive obsession with all ill-fated third-term bid, Dare remarked. He accused Obasanjo of presiding over one of Nigeria's most corrupt administrations and dismissed his current comments on Yale University as insincere. Dare further criticized Obasanjo's anti-corruption rhetoric, highlighting the unresolved $16 billion allegedly wasted on failed power projects during his tenure. He argued that Obasanjo's leadership failures overshadow his credibility as a critic. Using a Yoruba proverb, Dare linked Obasanjo's remarks to market noise and urged Nigerians to focus on President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. This administration will remain focused on bringing relief to Nigerians. Obasanjo's remarks are nothing more than childish distractions, Dare added. Up next, Lagos news. Lagos Deputy Governor assures families of compensation after Ayetoro accident, calls for prayers. EKO HOT BLOG reports that the Lagos State Deputy Governor, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, joined others at Ekpe Local Government Secretariat for a special prayer session in honor of the victims of the recent Ayetoro accident. In his speech, he consoled grieving families and prayed for God to grant peace to the departed souls. We are here to mourn with the families and pray for those we have lost. May God grant them eternal rest and comfort their families, he said. The Deputy Governor also promised that the government, along with other agencies, would take steps to prevent such accidents from happening again. We are looking into ways to make sure something like this doesn't happen again. The government will work with others to find a solution, he added. He shared that after the accident, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, whose company owned the truck involved, was contacted. Surprisingly, Dangote was unaware of the accident until the Deputy Governor informed him. I called Alhaji Dangote right after the incident, and he didn't even know about it. No one had informed him until I reached out, the Deputy Governor said. He went on to say that the government had met with Dangote's company and they agreed to compensate the victims' families. He acknowledged that money could not bring back the lost lives, but emphasized that it would help support the families left behind. Dangote's company will definitely pay for the damages caused and help the victims' families, although we can't bring back the lost lives. We must make sure the families are supported, he added. The Deputy Governor urged religious leaders, including imams, alfas, and pastors, to continue praying for the community to prevent future tragedies. I ask our religious leaders to keep praying for our community. We need God's protection to avoid any more tragedies, he concluded. Still on Lagos news, World Tolerance Day, Sanwo-Olu sues for peace and unity. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State says maintaining peace and unity was crucial for economic and social development of the state. Sanwo-Olu stated this on Sunday, joining the global community in commemorating the 2024 International Day for Tolerance with a renewed call for peace, inclusivity, and unity. This is contained in a statement signed by Mrs. Shade Adebayo, the Public Relations Officer, Lagos State Ministry of Home Affairs. The event, with the theme Tolerance Projects the Beauty in the Diversity of Human Groups, featured a walk for tolerance from Adeyemi Bello Auditorium to Allen Junction in Ikeja. The health walk was aimed at sensitizing residents about the need for tolerance. The governor, represented by his special advisor on internal audit, Dr. Oyeyemi Ayola, highlighted the pivotal role of tolerance in fostering peace and stability. Lagos State stands as a shining testament to the power of tolerance. Our differences are not a source of division, but a strength that enriches our shared experiences and fuels collective growth. We are committed to creating an environment where all residents, regardless of their backgrounds and religious inclinations, feel valued and respected, he said. The governor added that tolerance was not a passive ideal but an active pursuit, requiring continuous effort through educational initiatives, anti-discrimination laws, and platforms for dialogue. Our youths must understand the importance of inclusivity and learn to navigate differences with empathy and an open mind. Lagos will continue to set an example of resilience and inclusivity, embodying the essence of tolerance in every facet of its social fabric, he said. Sanwo-Olu also promised that his administration would champion advocacy programs and initiatives that celebrate diversity, ensuring that young people learn the values of respect and understanding from an early age. Up next, Ekpe News. Ekpe Division Councillors extend support to Ayetoro Market accident victims. On Sunday, November 17, 2024, the Councillors Forum of Ekpe Division, led by its chairman, Honorable Hassan Mustapha Owolabi, visited the homes of victims after gathering at the Ekpe Local Government Secretariat. Accompanied by the forum's executive officers, they offered prayers, condolences, and financial support to the affected families, aiming to provide relief and hope during the difficult time. Honorable Owolabi, also the House Leader of Ikosi LCDA, shared that the forum chose to prioritize victims' welfare over previously planned events. We, the councillors, were planning a get-together, but due to this unfortunate incident, we postponed it. Instead, we chose today to visit the victims and support them financially, morally, and spiritually, he said. He also called for improved safety in public spaces and urged market users to avoid displaying goods on roads and walkways to prevent similar tragedies. This issue is not entirely the fault of the government. In our daily activities, we need to be cautious. The market is available for trading. If people had not been on the roadside, the damage could have been minimized, would have been noted. Victims expressed their gratitude for the councillor's support. Mrs. Alori Abiodun, a survivor, commended the prompt response of the police and emergency agencies while appreciating the financial assistance and care extended by the councillors. The councillors forum team included Honorable Ajiwole Afiz, Honorable Lawal Adedeji, Honorable Sulaiman Adebola, and Honorable Bakari Olawale. The councillors reaffirmed their commitment to supporting the community in times of need and working towards a safer environment for all. Still on Ekpe News, Ekpe local government plans new rules for safety in Ayetoro Market. EKO HOT BLOG reports that the Ekpe local government has proposed new rules to stop roadside trading at Ayetoro Market. The rules introduced by Honorable Oluwo Rashid, the majority leader, are aimed at protecting lives and making the market safer and more organized for traders and buyers. Speaking at the meeting, Honorable Rashid said, the new rules are to protect accidents and make the market better for everyone. We want traders, residents, and visitors to feel safe. The rules will require traders to move their stalls to designated areas within the market. Selling along the main road will no longer be allowed. Anyone who breaks the rules will receive a first warning for the offense. If repeated, they will be fined and their goods may be confiscated. Serious or repeated offenders might also lose their trading permits temporarily, he added. The Ekpe local government plans to educate traders and residents about the dangers of selling on the roads. We will hold awareness campaign to explain why these rules are important and how they will benefit everyone, the local government official explained. Some traders in Ayetoro Market are concerned about the changes. Mrs. Fumi, a trader, said, I understand it's for safety, but the new market spaces need to be easy for customers to access. Otherwise, it will affect our sales. In response, the government assured traders that the new zones will be well prepared to accommodate their businesses. This is for everyone's good, Honorable Rashid added. We want a safe and organized market where traders and customers can carry out their activities without fear of accidents. Finally, on Ekpe News, NYCN Ekpe urges community to stop electricity vandalism. EKO HOT BLOG reports that the National Youth Council of Nigeria, EKPE branch, has raised concerns over the increasing problem of electricity vandalism in the community. This comes after a recent incident where a power cable in Araga, Koka was damaged, causing further power outages in the area. The council commended local leaders for their efforts to restore electricity in EKPE despite the challenges. Our leaders have been doing their best to improve our situation, and we appreciate their commitment, said Comrade Moibi Ibrahim, the NYCN coordinator. While progress has been slow, the NYCN remains optimistic that the combined efforts of the traders and residents will eventually restore stable power supply. However, the council warned that acts of vandalism are hindering these efforts and called for an end to such activities. These acts are not done by ordinary people. It takes skills to climb electric poles and damage cables. This is a big problem and it is delaying progress, Moibi stated. The NYCN urged residents to stay vigilant and report any suspicious activities around power lines. Everyone in EKPE needs to help protect our infrastructure. If you see something strange, don't hesitate to report it, Moibi added. The council also cautioned that those caught damaging electricity cables would face severe consequences. The police in EKPE, Eredo, and Ketu are aware of what is happening. Vandals will be arrested and punished according to the law, Moibi emphasized. Efforts are underway to replace the damaged cables, with plans for a meeting involving key stakeholders to develop lasting solutions to the problem. Mrs. Abike, a concerned resident, shared her frustration, saying, "We have been waiting so long for electricity, and now these vandals are making it worse. It's unfair to everyone," she added. The NYCN assured the community of their dedication to resolving the power challenge. "We have been at the forefront of this struggle, working with leaders and authorities. We won't stop until power is fully restored," Moibi assured. The council called for unity and collective efforts to address the issue. "We can only move forward if we work as one. Together, we can bring light back to EKPE and secure a better future for everyone," the councillor concluded. Now onto the foreign scene. 1,000 days of war. Zelensky calls for stronger push against Putin. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called on Europe to push Russia harder during a speech marking 1,000 days since Vladimir Putin's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. "The more time Putin has, the worse the conditions become," Zelensky told a special session of the European Parliament on Tuesday, urging continued pressure to force Russia towards a just peace. His address coincided with reports suggesting Ukraine may have used US-supplied long-range missiles for the first time to strike an ammunition depot deep inside Russia's Bryansk region, located approximately 100 kilometers from the border. While the RBC Ukraine news site reported the strike, there was no immediate confirmation or evidence that US missiles were involved, as Kiev often employs domestically produced drones for such operations. This development follows Washington's recent decision to lift restrictions on the use of missiles outside Ukrainian borders. US officials clarified that the missiles were intended for defensive purposes, particularly in Russian Kursk region, where Ukrainian forces had launched a surprise incursion in August and where Russian and North Korean troops are reportedly preparing for an assault. During his address, Zelensky emphasized that Putin will not stop on his own and highlighted the deployment of North Korean troops as evidence of Moscow's intent to escalate the conflict further. He reiterated his plea for European nations to intensify efforts to counter Russia's aggression and safeguard international stability. Still on international news, Indian billionaire Gautam Adani charged with fraud in $250 million bribery scheme. Indian billionaire Gautam Adani has been charged with fraud in the United States, accused of orchestrating a $250 million bribery scheme and concealing it to raise funds in the US. The criminal charges filed on Wednesday in New York represent the latest setback for one of India's wealthiest individuals, whose business empire spans across ports, airports, and renewable energy. According to the indictment, prosecutors claim Adani and other senior executives made payments to Indian officials to secure contracts for this renewable energy company, which was expected to generate more than 2 billion in profits over 20 years. The Adani Group has yet to respond to requests for comment. The conglomerate has been under scrutiny in the US since 2023 when a high-profile report accused it of fraud. The allegations, which Adani has denied, triggered a significant market sell-off. Reports of the bribery investigation have circulated for months, with prosecutors revealing that the US began its probe in 2022 but encountered obstruction during the inquiry. They allege that Adani Group executives raised $3 billion in loans and bonds, including from US firms, based on false and misleading statements about the company's anti-bribery practices and policies, as well as the ongoing bribery investigation. As alleged, the defendants orchestrated an elaborate scheme to bribe Indian government officials to secure contracts worth billions of dollars and lied about the bribery scheme as they sought to raise capital from US and international investors. US Attorney Baron Pease said in a statement announcing the charges, "My office is committed to rooting out corruption in the international marketplace and protecting investors from those who seek to enrich themselves at the expense of the integrity of our financial markets," he added. Officials stated that Mr. Adani personally met with government officials on multiple occasions to advance the alleged bribery scheme. Finally, on international news, Texas offers 1,400 acres to Trump for border detention facilities amid mass deportation plans. Texas officials have announced that they are prepared to offer President-elect Donald Trump a 1,400-acre plot of land along the US-Mexico border to construct detention facilities for undocumented migrants. In a letter to Trump, the Texas General Land Office proposed the land to be used to build centers for processing detention and coordination of the largest deportation of violent criminals in the nation's history. Trump has repeatedly vowed to deport millions of undocumented migrants and deploy the National Guard to assist with this effort. However, his plan is expected to face significant financial, logistical, and legal challenges, particularly from human rights groups. The letter, which was posted online and sent to Trump at his estate in Florida, pointed out that the owner of the land had previously blocked a border wall from being built there and had actively blocked the law enforcement access. This land is essentially a farmland, so it is flat and easy to build on. We can easily put a detention center here, said Texas Land Commissioner Don Buckingham in an interview with Fox News, which first reported the offer. The Texas state government, which initiated its own border security operation after Trump's presidency, has generally supported Trump's push to strengthen the US-Mexico border. Buckingham expressed full support for Trump's pledge to deport criminals, stating, "I am 100% on board with Trump administration's pledge to get criminals out of our country." However, governors in California, Arizona, and New Mexico, all Democratic-led border states, have stated they will not cooperate with mass deportations. Up next, sports news. Ronaldo lacks Messi's natural talent. Rodri fuels GOAT debate. Manchester City's midfielder Rodri has sparked debate in the football world with his recent comments about Cristiano Ronaldo, suggesting the Portuguese icon lacks the natural talent of Lionel Messi. Speaking on the Spanish television program El Hemingüero on Wednesday, Rodri, who is currently recovering from knee surgery, weighed in on the long-standing GOAT debate. The Spaniard expressed a clear preference for Messi while offering a critical assessment of Ronaldo's abilities. Lionel Messi is the greatest player of all time, without any doubt, he said. Cristiano has managed to match Messi without innate talent, but those of us who have played against them can see the difference, he added. The midfielder described contrasting challenges of facing the two football icons, emphasizing that Messi posed a far more passive threat on the pitch. With Cristiano, we didn't want him to step into the box because he was dangerous there. But with Messi, the danger was everywhere on the pitch, he added. Rodri's comments have ignited a heated debate among fans, with many perceiving his remarks as downplaying Ronaldo's innate abilities. During the interview, the Spaniard also reflected on his recent triumph in winning the prestigious Ballon d'Or, edging out Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr. for the coveted honor. Still on sports, 2024 CAF Awards, Ajibade Nnadozie nominated for Women's Player of the Year. Super Falcons star Rasheedat Ajibade and Chiamaka Nnadozie headlined Nigeria's nominees for the 2024 CAF Awards. Super Falcons stars Rasheedat Ajibade and Chiamaka Nnadozie headlined Nigeria's nominees for the 2024 CAF Awards as the African Football Governing Body unveiled the women's category nominees ahead of the December 16 ceremony in Marrakech, Morocco. Nigeria dominated the nominations with 13 representatives across various categories, including Ajibade, the Atletico Madrid forward, and Nnadozie, the Paris FC goalkeeper. Both are contenders for the prestigious Women's Player of the Year award, currently held by Nigeria's Asisat Oshola. Edo Queens, who reached the semi-final of the CAF Women's Champions League, earned multiple nominations. Striker Essien and goalkeeper Monli Oyono were shortlisted for Interclub Player of the Year, while the coach Moses Aduku received a nomination for Coach of the Year. Nnadozie faces stiff competition in the Goalkeeper of the Year category from Oyono and 8 other contenders, including Morocco's AS FAR duo Khadija and Fatima, as well as South Africa's Andile Dlamini and Tandeka Nkobo. The future of Nigeria women's football looks promising, with Chiamaka Ochukwu of Rivers Angel and Flourish Sebastien of French side Stade de Reims nominated for Young Player of the Year. Nigeria's commitment to youth development is also recognized, with Bankole Olowo Okere and Chris Danjuma nominated for Coach of the Year. The country's senior and youth team, under 17 and under 20, have also been shortlisted for the national team of the year. The Edo Queens are in the running for Club of the Year, competing against continental giants such as AS FAR from Morocco, TP Mazembe from DR Congo, Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa, and the University of the Western Cape, still from South Africa. The Nigerian influence extends to the men's categories, with Atlanta forward Ademola Lookman and Chippa United goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali both making the shortlist for their respective awards. Lookman, who has scored 8 goals and provided 5 assists in 13 games this season, is a strong contender for Player of the Year due to his exceptional performances for both club and country. Now, let's check out what's buzzing in the world of showbiz and entertainment. Davido gets Escalade 600 as birthday gift from auto dealer. Mr. J Autos LLC, a Nigerian-owned auto dealership based in Dallas, Texas, has gifted Afrobeat sensation Davido a luxury birthday present. In celebration of his 32nd birthday on Thursday, the company presented the music star with a brand new Escalade 600 premium luxury car. The auto dealer shared the exciting news on Instagram, showcasing the sleek vehicle and writing, "On your birthday, our brand, Mr. J Autos LLC, has decided to gift you this new Escalade 600 premium luxury. We appreciate your patronage and love for the brand. Happy birthday, Oriade Davido. Cheers to many more years. Shipping this out immediately to your desired location." Expressing his gratitude, Davido responded with enthusiasm, saying, "Wow, love you. Thank you, Jay." In addition to the gift, EKO HOT BLOG reports that Davido, who turned 32 on Thursday, also announced a 300 million donation to support orphanages and charity focused on combating drug abuse among youths across Nigeria. Still on entertainment news, it's hot! Don Jazzy shares frustration of not having a partner. Nigerian music executive Michael Adere, better known as Don Jazzy, has opened up about his relationship status in light of the viral Suspect Challenge on social media. The Suspect Challenge is a trending social media activity where friends or couples playfully tease one another about their bad habits. However, in a post on Instagram on Monday, Don Jazzy shared his wish to join the fun but expressed his frustration at not having a partner to participate with. He wrote, "Suspects want to do Suspect Challenge but no suspect partner. followed by "It's hot" in the caption. Finally, on entertainment news, Nwoko confirms Regina Daniels' claim of having over 20 boyfriends before marrying him. Senator Nwoko has confirmed his wife, actress Regina Daniels' previous statements about having multiple suitors prior to their marriage. In an October interview, Regina Daniels revealed that she had over 20 boyfriends, each for different reasons, before meeting Nwoko. Now, in a video that has gone viral on social media, Nwoko validated her claim, sharing details of Regina's past relationships with his friends. He said, "She is such a gem, just like she mentioned recently. Yes, she had 20 men. She told me there were so many suitors, including pastors, oil bunkers, and film producers, all sending her gifts and trying to win her over." Regina later shared the video on her Instagram, expressing her joy in hearing her husband speak of her with such affection. She wrote, "Honestly, I always love hearing hubby speak about me with so much love, especially in my absence." And that's a wrap on this week's episode of EKO HOT BLOG's weekly review of trending stories. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to always get notified. Which of the news is most astonishing to you? Tell us in the comment section below. I am Daniel Samson. Till next time, stay safe and healthy.